was originally created so we could see our favorite characters battling against each other. This is only an evolution of the formula.
Yeah, but where does it end? I'm hungry, and I've been here for 12 hours now, so no, it's 10 hours. I don't smell good anymore. That guy has left, but he intends to come back later today. And when he does, he's bringing deodorant, which I'm excited for because I need it. But we've been at it for 10 hours. And granted, not a lot of people who are willing to get on camera and debate me on the issue. I get that, but the numbers seriously coming in. A lot of agree got off to an early lead, just flying. But then shortly after we went to the photo shoot for Legend of Zelda, actually it was during that photo shoot, those disagrees just really started piling up. All these big time Cloud fans just jumping at defense of Cloud, and you know, that's good. Everybody I've talked to, everybody who's come up here and talked to me just has been super friendly. And which I was not expecting nearly as much support. I was expecting a lot more disagrees. Granted, if I had gone with my other signs, any of those would have probably achieved that kind of an outcome. That being said, I am running out of footage on my camera just because I recorded too much. Doesn't mean I don't want to add a little bit of perspective. I'm not leaving yet. A-Kon is just too much fun for me to leave. I can't just duck out. All right, cool. So we want to debate guest characters and fighting games, and specifically Smash Brothers. What you got?
Okay, so first of all, we need guest characters. For example, Pac-Man, right? Pac-Man, classic character. I mean, he's not necessarily a Nintendo representative, but when you add characters like Game & Watch, Donkey Kong, Mario, it's only right that you put characters like Pac-Man in there. He's been in the gaming franchise for only a million years. Also, Solid Snake, that's considered a guest character. Even though he was on Nintendo, that's Konami's, character. Snake is a main Nintendo representative. Simon Belmont from Castlevania, owned by Konami. All these people on Nintendo consoles, but not owned by Nintendo. So it's only right that you would put characters like that. Old school representatives. Long story short. Now Cloud. I don't know. I'm not really too on the fence about Cloud, but I think he was a good representative. Bayonetta? No, I'm not for the whole Bayonetta action.
The story in anything.
I totally feel you for just Waluigi, but I do have a guest character I think would be really cool. That's Banjo-Kazooie.
Ooh, Banjo-Kazooie. You know what?
I think they'd play really cool, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
And I do, except where would it end? Like, how many guest characters do we start from in there? It's like
That's true.
Kazooie.
Define guest fighter.
Guest fighter means anybody not published by Nintendo. Hashtag Nintendo only. That means no Sega, no Capcom, definitely no Square. Unless they're part owned, like Geno. Nintendo only. There's just too many guest characters in fighting games. They need to get their own fighting games to make some good games. That's what it's about. Agree or disagree or debate?
I'll debate.
You'll debate?
You'll debate.
The camera's for.
Why not have Alexander Roivas, or Pius Augustus, or possibly Decker from Go-Go Hyperdrive?
I'm totally for Alexander Roivas.
You don't even know what she looks like.
Her name backwards means savior. Oh, I know what she looks like.
So you say guest fighters, you mean like non-Nintendo characters?
Non-Nintendo character.
Like,
Hashtag Nintendo only.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely ridiculous because putting guest characters, like, I wasn't a fan of Smash until they put Snake in it. And now I love Smash. So why would you limit that off for some of the people? Why not widen the experience so more people be like, oh crap, Cloud Snake, I love Final Fantasy. I've always wanted to fight with Cloud Snake. So I'm gonna actually fight this game.
Final Fantasy was already popular. Why would they have to step into another territory?
Because it's fun.
Exactly.
The number
Like,
one
that's the
reason
whole
we
point
need
of
guests,
the game.
it makes it more fun.
You know what would be fun? Playing as Waluigi.
You know what's even more fun? Playing as your favorite character from another franchise.
But where would it end? All of a sudden it would
That
be
actually brings up an excellent point.
everybody versus, I don't know, 2 Nintendo characters. Now we got Crash Bandicoot in there.
that wouldn't
Maybe
happen.
Rayman is in
I
there.
can actually see
That already
Earthworm
happened.
Jim?
We went from 2 guest characters to 6.
Okay.
Yeah, but Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, no, the new ones play best.
Thematic purpose, like they were platform rivals, you know, like Sonic. Like I could see, like if you don't agree with Sonic, you won't agree with Crash Bandicoot. But I kind of think Sonic has kind of a thematic relation. But that actually brings up an excellent point. Like if you're here to see your favorite characters fight, then what about Goku? That's kind of like
That's the floodgate. That's the floodgate. That's the floodgate.
I understand. I'm saying like I'm against Goku.
Do something like that. Make it an all-anime fighting game. Don't do that.
Dragon Ball FighterZ is being played up there right
Exactly.
now. I'm against all guest characters. So if in Dragon Ball FighterZ they were like, we could have put Oolong or Hercule Satan in the game, but instead we're putting in Naruto.
Hey, that's understandable.
Now we got a problem.
I'm against Goku.
I mean, I can understand why they have guest characters in there. It just kind of broadens the audience. Like they bring in more people from Nintendo because, you know, like if it comes out on Switch, which it probably will, they're going to want to sell as many Switches as possible. So if they bring out characters from other different consoles, it's more likely they'll sell more consoles.
It appeals to a bigger audience rather than just limited.
So do you agree or disagree? Guest characters in or guest characters out?
I disagree.
You disagree?
Because there's plenty of room, and we can have Waluigi, and Decker, and Alexander Roivas. You ever play Google Hyperdrive?
Nintendo is responding to the fans. They had a poll.
Yeah.
If the fans wanted only Nintendo fighters, there would be more Nintendo fighters voted for than third party.
The fans wanted Shrek in the game.
Okay?
Which is not
Absolutely not. Shrek is not.
Hard line against Shrek. I would go for Goku before Shrek.
And you know who came in third? I'm pretty sure it was Hitler.
Frankly, if we keep all the guest characters out, we're not going to have any of the diversity in Smash brought up so much. If anything, if we just have non-Nintendo characters, what's to have Sakura just expand them with Kirby characters in there?
And then by the end, if the fans are all picking their favorite characters to play as, now all of a sudden, we got a Smash Brothers, we're playing as Batman and Yoko Leitner.
But how awesome would that be?
And the Drake meme.
Personally, I wanted Shantae.
Well, not really. Ryu was actually one of the most requested characters since Brawl.
Hey, you know who else was requested? Goku. Shrek.
No.
Goku, Shrek, all these people. Minions. I talked to a 7-year-old kid and he's like, I want Minions in Smash Brothers. So if we're talking about who gets requested, if you're doing a fan request game, your fighting game is going to have the Drake meme in it, Yoko Leitner from Gurren Lagann will be in there, Batman will be in there, Goku, all these fan requests. I don't know. One of these weebs will be in the game. Fan requests? Come on.
In Smash Bros. Period.
Oh, no.
Stick to just the Nintendo franchises and classic iconic characters.
And you know what? When Pac-Man and Sonic and all those guys make them to Smash, where's Waluigi? Justice for Waluigi.
I agree with that. Waluigi should have been on Brawl, and he should have been on Smash 4. That whole we can't come up with a moveset for him, I'm not hearing that nonsense. Somehow they came up with a moveset for Fox and Falco. I don't want to hear it. Waluigi should be in the game. Either get him some tennis rackets or something. I don't care what you do. Do something. Sakurai.
So you're for guest characters?
Long story short, I am for some guest characters. However, only guest characters that are iconic and been with Nintendo since way back in the gap. If not, take them home.
That means not you, Cloud. So we've got characters like Cloud and Ryu and who else? Bayonetta, Sonic, the rest. Nintendo has a wide selection of their own IPs that they could pluck from obscurity and turn into viable franchises again. They already did it. They did it with Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem was an exclusive Japan franchise that nobody played.
I play it.
Now you do.
Now you play the show.
You do now. I do too. I did before it became a dating simulator with no permadeath. Because I played Fire Emblem when it was just permadeath. Go out there, do your best. Now it's like, oh, I could turn the permadeath off, and we could just do a dating simulator. Yeah. All right. Point is, Fire Emblem has become their third biggest franchise because they put them in Smash Brothers. They were plucked from obscurity. Pit and Kid Icarus came back thanks to Smash Brothers. They've got things like Star Tropics that they could dig from. They've got, Metal Combat, Battle Clash. They got tons of things that no one's ever heard of. They could just be like, you know what? We could take these characters and make something new out of them.
Yeah.
We own them already.
Right.
Let's make money for ourselves. Instead, they drag other characters in there, like Ryu and Cloud. And what are they doing for Nintendo? Nothing. So we're gonna put Ryu in Smash Brothers, and then like we're gonna sign an exclusive deal with Sony for Street Fighter V. Where's the love? We give, they don't give. And now the guest characters are getting out of control in all fighting games.
Right.
I can't play as Noob Saibot in Mortal Kombat, but I can play as a Xenomorph. Because Xenomorphs are cool, right? Yeah, but I want to play Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I can't play as Jade. So we've got characters like Waluigi and Daisy. We've got obscure characters from Mother 3, and they're like, well, what? Well, they're not doing anything. It's the biggest fighting game in the world. You need high-profile characters. Cloud turned on Nintendo. He was supposed to come out on the N64. Final Fantasy VII was like 40% done on the N64. And they're like, nah, you know what? Cartridges is too hard to develop for. We're moving on. Now they're going against Nintendo on the PlayStation, right? If Cloud wants to be in a fighting game, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Just go ahead and head over there.
Right.
Nobody's playing that.
Right.
He could make that a viable franchise over on PlayStation, where he made money.
Make no mistake, I know that this debate is trivial. The roster of a fighting game is inconsequential. Yet we as fans can take irrelevant arguments and turn them into venomous brawls, which is easy when you're posting a comment or sending a tweet. But in person, we treat each other differently, and that's an environment that energizes me. A few days after shooting, Nintendo did in fact announce the new Smash Bros., titled Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They announced an incredibly large roster, where any character who had ever been playable in Smash would return, including guest characters. So it seems there really is room for everybody. Still no Waluigi, though. We had such a great day at A-Kon, and it shows, as the sign I carried around all day is now a mural to remind me of the people we met and of the few who vandalized it without permission. And while we didn't get to do everything we wanted, we did spend money and occasionally sit down, which is like doing things. And we got the links to the photo album to prove it, so check them out. Oh, and if you were wondering, the final result of the poll were 94 agree to 57 disagree. And that's not just one man's opinion, that's data.
But it's all a mystery, or rewrite history, DuckTales, woo! Every day they're out there making